and gentlemen, I'm the CHALL, your YouTube sporting journalist and the media manager for Sheffield City Football Club. Today is the match review 4-1 against Crawley Town. Now, I'm so sorry about how late this is. Literally, it's going out on the It's going out as you're watching it on the Tuesday today. I'm filming it on the night before. I'm so sorry about how late this is. There's just been lots going on. But to be fair, you know, at least we can keep that football chat going, etc. But please do like, comment, subscribe. The socials are all in the description down below and on the bottom of your screen as well. The socials for Sheffield City Football Club as well. They are in the description as well. And let's get into this one. So, first half was scrappy. I think it was there was spells, but I think Crawley definitely did slightly better in that first half. You know, we still had something about us that wasn't quite right. We changed the formation going into the game, which was great. It was great to see that Sheffield changed the formation. But for me personally, I just personally feel like the first half was average, I think. Second half though was much better. Second half was much better, and but that was partly due to Crawley Town not really being up for it in the second half for me. I think the more the half went on, the more heads dropped for Crawley. Rovers for me definitely did better in the second half. They had a rocket up the backside and definitely showed what they can do. HURST, wing wizard, said it all along. He's a fantastic player and had some confidence going into this season when he signed that he'd be a good player, especially from the pre-season and what he showed on trial with us. And he showed what he can do. He absolutely showed what he can do. So yeah, for me, I think HURST did very well. I think Maxwell did well as well. Clayton did well. Close coming back did quite well as well. I think overall, I think the performances were better than what we saw. And, you know, if you want me to be brutally honest, and I'll be brutally honest here, I think 4-1 was quite flattening to Crawley. I think Crawley deserved maybe a goal, or maybe we shouldn't have scored a goal extra, just to make it more sensible for them. Just because I don't think 4-1 did them any favours. But that's from a Crawley point of view, because even though they were poor in that second half, we weren't playing amazing in that first half. So it was like a tale of two halves. So it was an interesting one. But I think 4-1's a good one. I think it's a real confidence booster for the lads. I think that it's going to bring a lot of confidence to the people on the pitch. Miller coming out after the match saying the criticism was justified, and that would help during his performance. And, you know, you can see where it's coming from because he ended up scoring 2 goals in the end. So, you know, you could see what he was doing. But, like I said, HURST was amazing. He was probably one of my players to watch. The goal that we conceded, terrible marking on the goal, but Mitchell couldn't do much about it. But apart from that, Mitchell didn't really put a foot wrong, to be honest, apart from the goal we conceded, which wasn't his fault anyway. I think Mitchell, again, had a decent shift on the day. And for me personally, I think Mitchell, again, I think his distribution still needs work, but we are getting there with Jonathan Mitchell. We really are getting there. So he's got some nice tests coming up. Rochdale in the bottom, Rochdale and Hartlepool in the bottom 2. By a point. They're going to want to try and get out of that bottom 2 in the weekend, and they're going to want to go for it. And, you know, after Rochdale came out of the win, I think Hartlepool drew on Saturday last week, so they're going to want to come out of it with something. So even though they're in the bottom 2, they're going to be up for it, and they're going to want to test us. And we can't look at this and say, oh, it's bottom of the league, we'll walk it, we'll beat them 3-4-5. I'm not going to treat any opposition with any disrespect, because the bottom 2 could end up being the 2 that beat us in the next couple of games. So you have to take these things with a bit of caution. So that's where I stand on the situation anyway. But let's go into the player ratings then. So Mitchell, first of all, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Noel, Williams, Olowu, Maxwell's the back 4. I'm going to give all of them 7 out of 10. I think they were solid in that second half. First half, some of them were a bit shaky, or shaky moments, shall we say. But the second half, very much solid. Clayton and Close in that midfield, with Molyneux and HURST on the wings. I think probably Molyneux and Close get 7. Clayton probably gets a high 7, and HURST gets an 8 for me. He was absolutely on fire. And then Agard and Miller. Agard gets 7, Miller gets 8. It's great to see someone as experienced as Agard with him, and just helping him get through. In terms of the substitutes that came on, we had Tomlin first. I'm going to give him a 7. I think, again, he was spot on when he came on. Definitely made a really big impact. Biggins gets a 7 as well. Tried to keep it solid. And then Seaman and Waltman get 6s. Didn't make much of an impact, but just, assured the win, shall we say. Obviously, like I said, we've got Rochdale on Saturday. It's going to be very, very interesting, that game. I can't wait to tick off Rochdale's ground, but as I said, I'm not going to treat it as any other game other than Rochdale could be tough. And the reason why I think it's tough is not because they're in the bottom 2, it's because they want to fight to get out of it. Because when you've got a team like that, who's at that level, and who just came off of a win against a managerless Colchester, I believe, on Saturday, they're going to want to be up for it. So you can't treat this as anything other than an important match, because McSheffrey needs to win it to keep boosting that confidence up, but Rochdale needs to win it to try and get out of that bottom 2. So there's a real opportunity here. Real opportunity for Rochdale and a real opportunity for us. So it's a must-win game for both teams, which creates a very competitive match. So we've got to look at it as that. But in terms of the formation change, I like what I'm seeing from Gary McSheffrey now. I'm starting to see what Gary McSheffrey can get out of this new formation, this 4-4-2, utilising the wing play. Like I said, in the first half, it wasn't the formation that dampened us in the first half. It was the way we played again. And then we switched up the way we played. We played it more forward. We gave Crawley a better game. We didn't sit deeper and invite more pressure. We gave the game to them, risked getting counter-attacked and tracked back if we needed to. And as soon as Crawley conceded 1, 2, 3, 4, their heads just went down deeper and deeper. Like being put under a hypnosis. It was deeper and deeper. So for me personally, I think Rovers should take that bit of confidence going into the Rochdale game on Saturday. But that's going to be it for this review, guys. Like I said, stay tuned for the preview on Friday for Rochdale. Like I said, I've got a hell of a lot of work to do now with my new role as well. So please bear with me on videos, etc. Like the Faulkner one. To be fair, with the Faulkner and Premier League interest one, I'm not really going to do a video on that, purely and simply because I'm going to wait until the January window and see if anything else pops up from that story, if you know what I mean. I'm going to wait until more is revealed on that. But we'll never know. We'll never know. January could be an interesting one. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for the Rochdale preview, hopefully, on Friday. And for now, guys, I'm the CHALL, the media manager for Sheffield City Football Club and your YouTube sporting journalist. Keep living the Rovers life. Keep living the SCFC life for all the Sheffield City fans out there. And that is full time. Rovers Tide Die. Thank you very, very much. And I'll see you on Friday.